so we are in the studios of Neoflex TV, and today we are doing preview of the weekend fixtures. I mean, obviously, here is your world of sports, anything boxing, sports, football, I mean, tennis, basketball. We get to give you nothing but the best. My name is Daniel Ejebude, and today I'm being joined by Bobby, who is now my regular sports analyst who, I mean, does justice to your football, basketball, anything sports. He is there for you too. I mean, on this episode, we are doing La Liga and Serie A. So we start off first with La Liga. We talk of, after 9 round of matches, FC Barcelona first with 24 points, Real Madrid second with 21, Atletico de Madrid 17 third, Villarreal, or as the Spanish people will say, Villarreal, with 17 points as well, languishing on the 4th position. Osasuna, quite surprising, 5th with 15. 6th is Athletic Club de Bilbao, 14. So those are the top 6 clubs in Spain. On the relegation battle, we have Valencia 18th on 6 points, Real Valladolid with 5, and Las Palmas 3 points. If you are asking me where Real Sociedad is, they are 15th. If you are asking me where Sevilla is, they are 12th. If you are asking me where Girona is, they are 11th. If you are asking me where Real Betis is, they are 10th. If you are asking me where Celta Vigo is, they are 9th. So those are the standings after 9 round of matches. So let's go to the goal king chart. So we have Robert Lewandowski with 10 goals. Ayoze Perez from Villarreal with 6, Giovanni Lo Celso of Real Betis with 5, Rafinha of Barcelona 5, Kylian Mbappe of Real Madrid 5, Lamine Yamal from Barcelona with 4, and Vinicius Jr. with 4 goals as well. So those are your goal king, those who are leading the packs. With our 6th category assist, we have Lamine Yamal of Barcelona 5, Alejandro Banai of Villarreal with 5, Rafinha of Barca 4, Vinicius Jr. 4, Oscar Mengueza, defender of Celta Vigo 4, Antoine Griezmann 4, Inaki Williams 4, Sergio Gomez from Real Sociedad with 3. Bobby, after round 9, Barcelona leading Real Madrid 3 points, top 4, Atletico Madrid Villarreal. Then we get to talk of the goal king, assist, and of course the forthcoming fixtures.
Well, I think for La Liga coming into the season, Real Madrid fans were very bullish about their chances.
They have assembled Avengers.
Yes, they are considering that they have the Avengers, on their side. So we were, looking for them to get out to the gates, fight on all cylinders. But that has not been the case. Obviously they are still second on the league log, but they have not been as fluid, especially offensively, as we thought. The front row of Vini, Mbappe, and then Rodrigo. They've had growing pains, but obviously I think that over time those issues will iron themselves out as long as they decide to play together and be unselfish. I think that they will go ahead to still be in contention for all trophies. But with Barcelona, Mr. Flick has done a yeoman's job, with an injured squad, with players not being at their best, players coming in and out of the squad. He has done a good job. First time as a Barca coach, first year as a Barca coach, he has instilled a discipline, a strong mentality of discipline on the squad. Watching the matches of Barcelona, you can see even the offside trap, high IQ, high intelligence football that they are playing, and obviously he has them on top of the league log with 3 points coming out of the international break, leading the league log. So Barcelona and Real Madrid obviously are going to be the 2 top dogs, as we all thought. We were thinking that ideally on paper Real Madrid should be fine ahead of Barcelona, but on the field it has proven to be a different case, and they are going boot for boot for the title. Atletico Madrid, obviously, with their new boy Julian Alvarez, he has hit the ground running after a few Bayern games. He has started scoring. They also have a good chance. Obviously, they are always going to be in the top 3, but as to whether they can challenge the duopoly is what I'm not too sure about. But I'm looking at a traditional top 3, obviously, of Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid. For my prediction of who to win, I don't want to commit myself here, because though Barcelona have looked good, we still have a long way to go, and we can't tell yet. But it's looking good for Barcelona if they can keep the momentum going. Hopefully they will hope for some descent in the camp of Real Madrid with all these top stars, jockeying for top dog position. It might, at least from the perspective of Barcelona, cause some friction, maybe on the pitch, and because of that, Madrid might lose a few points here and there, and Barca can win. But we'll see what happens in La Liga.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you surprised with the performance of Girona?
Girona,
11th on the league table.
Girona. I mean, the thing about surprise packages are they always go back to factory settings, so to speak. You know, they wowed all observers last season. You know, with their performance, that everyone was really impressed with them. They made the Champions League. You know, and now they are languishing. You know, in the middle of the table. But it's early days yet. I would say that the added responsibility of Champions League football and all the expectations that surrounded their performance last season might be the cause of their relatively subpar performance. But I mean, it's early days yet. It's just 9 matches. They can still rise up and get back in European places. What I would say is that they have to manage their squad better. Having to give their European commitments and also their domestic commitments. It's a lot of work that the players have to do, constantly play, in several competitions. But a club like Girona might not be used to having to play in so many competitions at the same time. I think that is what might be their problem this season. But Champions League, they have to be realistic. They cannot win it, so they should focus on being in European places in the league to keep that cash coming from the top table.
Right. So the goal king chart, we have Mbappe 5 points, Lewandowski 10. A lot of people saw this Madrid team having Mbappe firing on all cylinders with Vini as well. I mean, Lewandowski currently has 10 points. Do you think Lewandowski could go on to win the Pichichi?
Oh yes. As for the goal king, I think I can predict that it's done and dusted. Injuries permitting.
Barring injury.
Yes. Okay. Barring injury, Lewandowski will go on to win the Golden Boot. As I was saying, Kylian Mbappe and his attacking mates have not gelled yet so far. They've not been firing on all cylinders. Hopefully, we are watching. Obviously, the season is still young. Maybe they find some chemistry and confidence in each other and begin to play more for each other than for themselves or for each other. And then we are going to see great numbers from Mbappe. But even with that, with the kind of football that Mr. Flick has Barcelona playing, Lewandowski will have so many chances every match. And with the young lad Lamine Yamal providing, Rafinha providing, Lewandowski is definitely in pole position to be to win the Pichichi.
So between the front three of both Madrid and Barca, Lewandowski has 10 goals, Rafinha 5, Lamine Yamal 4, making 90. If you go to Real Madrid, they have Mbappe 5, they have Vini 4, 9, Rodrigo 3, 12.
Wow.
The front three.
Yes, the front three.
It's coming back to the Messi, Neymar, Suarez, and then the Bale, the BBC era.
Yes. Obviously, Madrid always have the star power to go out and buy what they want. They have the financial muscle. Barca also had it before they have these current financial issues. But Barca always has a homegrown superstar, always trying to carry them out. So now is the 10 of Lamine Yamal, and he has been wonderful. With his partners in crime, Robert Lewandowski and Rafinha. Rafinha has been excellent. The best Brazilian in Europe at the moment. Overshadowing even Vini, even though Vini is a Ballon d'Or candidate. So. With Rodrigo, Vinicius, and Mbappe, it will take time for them to gel. They are all superstars. Rodrigo was terribly disappointed for not being part of the nominees of the Ballon d'Or. They all have individual aspirations, and sometimes when care is not taken, that might come into the way of the collective of the team or the team's the team's objectives. So I'm hoping that they can settle all differences on the pitch and then find a way to play with each other. And then hopefully they can recreate that rivalry or the BBC MSN rivalry in the past. After
the international break, and that's this weekend, we are entering round 10 of matches. Match week 10, let's do Barca Sevilla, and of course we have Real Madrid going away to Celta Vigo a week before the El Clasico. Take me to
Barca Sevilla. Good news for the Blaugrana. Dani Olmo and Fermin Lopez, I think, probably will be available for selection. Gavi, although he's been training very well,
he's gradually ramping
up, and maybe he might get a few minutes at the end. At the core of the Barca team, it's high pressing football, high line, with constant movement, constant ingenuity on the pitch. So, with this match coming up, Barcelona have an amazing chance to win. I'm tipping Barcelona to win by a margin of at least 3 goals, because the last time they played each other, Barcelona won away 2-1 at Sevilla's home ground, and then now Sevilla coming into Barca's home ground. I'm tipping Barca to win. I'm looking forward to Lamine Yamal recovering in time, because he had a little of discomfort after the last Spanish and the international break, the last game they played. I'm looking forward to him recovering in time, to partner his other partners, Lewandowski and then Rafinha, to get the win and get the 3 points for Barcelona in preparation for El Clasico.
Celta Vigo, Real Madrid. Madrid going away.
Real Madrid, as I said, they've not started as they would have wanted, with the quote unquote Avengers that they signed. I think we were looking for at them winning every match by 7 goals and being on top of the league table. But so far so good. They're still second, only 3 points behind. Anything is still possible for them. But Vigo is always a tough away ground to go. But Real Madrid, they know how to get the wins. One thing you can say about Real Madrid is that they know how to get the wins. So, the last match, Real Madrid won 4 goals to 0. I think it's going to be a win for Real Madrid on the day. And both teams, both Madrid and Barca, are going to El Clasico with coming off wins.
All right. So, do you currently have a player that stands out for you in La Liga?
Yeah.
And a coach that is virtually doing well so far?
I'd say for a player, I'll say Giovanni Lo Celso. Coming back to the team.
I was going to talk about Giovanni Lo Celso.
He has hit the ground running. Putting in 5 goals so far. A splendid performance, a splendid run of form for the Argentine. And I'm looking forward to see one more year for the season. I've been pleasantly surprised to watch Lo Celso in La Liga this season.
Same way, I'm also going in for Rafinha of Barca. I wanted to say Lo Celso, but I'm virtually going in for Rafinha as well of Barca. He has really done extremely well in the way he has handled his. Off court, nearly trying to move out to another team, stay, and he has been an integral part.
Fantastic football.
Yes. So, any coach you think who could get the first booty?
Oh no! I thought you were asking. Okay,
any coach who has impressed you?
Oh, of course, Mr. Flick has been very impressive. I was thinking that coming in with all this instability in the playing body, he might have had taken a little time to get the team going. But he's done exceedingly well. And then so far so good for Mr. Flick, and I believe he's been the most impressive coach so far in the division.
Any coach who you think will get to the first booty?
Well, for now, let's see how the season progresses. I don't think there are any underperformers or any drastic underperformance so far. So let's watch. Getting ready to the middle of the season, and we'll see based on expectations how the teams have done, and then we can project who might get a sack.
All right. So now let me take you to Italian Serie A, which I think this season has been one of the most interesting leagues you could ever come across. So Serie A started. We had new coach for Juventus, Thiago Motta, new coach for Napoli, Antonio Toto Conte. We have Inter Milan retaining majority of their squad. Their coach is still there. We have that's Simeone Inzaghi. We have Milan, AC Milan, who is also up there. Retain, core of their team as well. Lazio up and out there. We have AS Roma, who sacked Jose Mourinho, bringing Daniele De Rossi at a point and had to even go in for that. We saw Como, who came from Serie B. We had a player of Fabregas who brought them in. So, so far, Italian Serie A, your impressions so far. Then I come to the league table, statistics of goal kick and assists. Then we get to talk about the next round of matches.
Yeah, the Serie A has been very interesting, as you said so far. I think the difference between first and fifth is just about 3 points. Everybody is trying to pull in their weight. AC Milan have dropped points unnecessarily, but even then they are still at 6th position with 11 points. So Serie A has been very exciting. Obviously, Antonio Conte knows how to win a league, and now he has Napoli in pole position, number 1 on the league log. Obviously Inter Milan will always be there. With the likes of their Argentine, Martinez and Marcos Thuram. He has been impressive to begin the season with Simeone Inzaghi. There are some rumors that he might be leaving soon, but let's see what happens. And then obviously we can never leave out Juventus, the old lady of Italian football. They are finding their feet under Thiago Motta, an excellent coach in the making. So I think Serie A has been very interesting. Even AC Milan, who would like to be in the top 4, now out of the top 4, temporarily. Obviously, hopefully they are looking forward to winning and getting back into the top 4. So with Italy, the Italian game is very tactical, and then once you start losing ground, it might be difficult to get back in. So I would say that so far so good. Has been an exciting time, to watch Italian football, and I think I'm taking Napoli, with Don Conte to win the league.
Obviously, so let me quickly take you through the standings. After match week 7, we have Napoli with 16 points, second Internazionale with 14 points, Juventus third with 13, Lazio fourth with 13, fifth is Udinese 13 points. We have Milan with 11 points on seed position. Bottom 3, Genoa